Hello and welcome to another edition of Taekwondo Life Magazine Live. My name is Marc Zirogiannis. I'm your host, third Dan black belt and the editor-in-chief of Taekwondo Life Magazine. Taekwondo Life Magazine is a member of the Believe Sports Network. Believe is the #1 sports and podcast network for professionals. Do you believe? Today we're going to be talking about Master Valerie Loureda. Those of you that follow the program, that have read the magazine, you know that we have had a great opportunity to follow since Master Valerie Loureda made her transition from being a Taekwondo martial artist, a master of Taekwondo, fourth Dan, out of Miami, Florida, to being a amateur, now professional, mixed martial artist. She has had great success in the Bellator organization, and on Friday night, as the world emerges from the pandemic, as the world of mixed martial arts returns to the ring like Taekwondo, she had the opportunity to have a fight against a jiu-jitsu and wrestling competitor by the name of Hannah Guy, relatively unknown. The Las Vegas odds and the betting odds were all in favor of the internet sensation Valerie Loureda. And with that, I wanted to talk a little bit about our sponsor, because if you were the kind of person that likes to bet, if you were interested in betting on Friday night's fight, the best place to do that would be our sponsor, BetOnline. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your sports action. BetOnline has you covered for all your news, your scores, and the odds. It's the best way to place your bets. And we always say this, it's free to sign up. You can head over to the website, betonline.ag, or your mobile device and sign in today, and you get your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. And again, even if you sign up, it's free. You go online to betonline.ag and take a look. I would suggest you travel around before a big fight, travel around the site and see like a fight like Friday night, the Bellator fight, and you get to see all the different matches and you get to see the different odds. And I think it's changing all the way up till the time that you can bet, which is really crazy. I think even up to the beginning and sometimes even during the fight. Before I go on and finish about Master Valerie Loureda, I'd be remiss if I didn't show you guys this. At a ceremony last Sunday, I was awarded, as those of you that know I'm a Taekwondo referee, I was awarded, those in the audio can't see this, but I'm holding up a plaque I received. I was awarded the ECTC Taekwondo Conference Referee of the Year, which for those of you who know, we cover the NCTA and college Taekwondo. It's a passion of mine. I've gotten very involved as a referee for USAT, for AAU, for NCTA, and I was honored to be given the award of Referee of the Year. So we'll keep you covered on all the upcoming tournaments and things. So today we're going to be giving you a listen to the pre-fight press conference from Master Valerie Loureda. It's worth listening to. It still gives you a good sense of who she is and what she's about. But for those of you that aren't aware of it, she did lose the fight on Friday night. Now there's good and bad in that. One of the things that was a little crazy, a little sensational to me, was that there was immediately talk as to whether or not, because she was such a favorite, she would be dropped by Bellator. And I thought that was very strange, but not overly surprising, I guess. I mean, she now has a 3-1 record. She's done extremely well. She's wasn't in any way, there wasn't anything there that would lead to Bellator dropping her or anyone not being interested in still having a relationship with her. She got moved up to the main card because there was someone who didn't make weight in the heavyweight division or light heavyweight division. So she did get moved up. Why did she get moved up? She got moved up because she's a draw. She's a name. She's a sensation. At only 22, with only 4 fights in Bellator, people know Valerie Loureda. She's made a brand for herself. Like it, don't like it, somewhat controversial. The fact is so she lost a fight. Again, there was a lot of criticism because on one of the interviews, she was tear-filled. She was emotional. People felt it was very unprofessional. My thought on that is she's passionate. She's 22 years old. She has a lot to learn. Subsequent to that, she came out and she said all the right things. She said she loves the sport. She loves Bellator. She loves the opportunity. She learned a lot. You know, this fight was a little different for Valerie Loureda than some of the previous ones because she came out with a real fire in her belly in some of the previous ones because there were some direct attacks on her Instagram, on her personality, and she took it very personally, and that may have fueled some of the carnage that we saw from her. I mean, she really was an explosive fighter in those fights. As you saw from the post-fight press conference here, Hannah Guy is very gracious. She was very kind. She spoke very glowingly about Loureda's performance and about her personality, and really hard for Master Loureda to attack her on a personal level. So that may have made it a little more difficult for Valerie Loureda to get emotionally engaged in the fight. However, she dominated the first round. She did great. There was a point at the first round where she knocked Hannah Guy down. I thought she was going to knock her out, but her flurry of punches were a little wild. They were a little undisciplined. Hannah Guy obviously is extremely tough. And we went on to the second and third round. It seemed that Master Loureda, on the negative side, was never able to really get her footing. She was not able to dominate or take control of the fight. She wasn't able to bring her stand-up game in a way that I think she really wanted. So that is negative. On the positive side, she did not get knocked out. She did not get badly beaten, bruised, injured in any way, shape, or form. And even Hannah Guy said, Hannah Guy had great difficulty closing the deal on an armbar with Master Loureda. Master Loureda is very strong. She's very wiry. She's very, very, full of energy. And Hannah Guy had to go for the decision. So decisions are always controversial. When you leave your fate to the hands of the judges, right? We've talked about the Roy Jones Jr. fight and the fact that it was very, very clear that Roy Jones Jr. won that Olympic fight in Seoul, Korea in 1988. However, the judges awarded it to his opponent. So when you fall short of a knockout, when you fall short of a tap out, judges will. Now, this one was close. I think this was the right decision. I was disappointed, as I'm sure the army of Valerie Loureda fans are as well. But I think it was probably the right decision. The 2 rounds, 2 and 3, seem to have been dominated by Hannah Guy. What is the future for Hannah Guy? Will she be a ranked fighter? I don't know. I'm not sure that she had the best match. She wasn't able to knock out Master Loureda. She wasn't able to control and submit her, but she has a lot to learn, and perhaps she will be a ranked fighter sooner rather than later. So as the days unfold, we hear more already from Master Loureda. I'm sure that Bellator is not going to drop her. I'm sure that she will continue to fight in this league, and I'm sure that she will continue to have great success. The one thing about her is I know that she is a hungry student. She became a Taekwondo master. Now she's been working with America's top team. She's working with the likes of PFL's champion, Kayla Harrison, Olympic, the most winningest judoka in women's Olympic history for the United States, or maybe in the world. She's been working with people on her ground game, working with people on her jiu-jitsu, on her grappling, on her wrestling. She's a force to be reckoned with. She will be back, and we will be ready to follow it. So on behalf of Taekwondo Life Magazine, I'm Marc Zirogiannis. This episode is presented, as we said, by betonline.ag. You can find us everywhere that podcasts are found. And I'm going to play for you the pre-fight press conference with Valerie Loureda, Master Valerie Loureda, in its entirety. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the mat.